Hello, everybody. I'm Hillary Howard. This is the opening round. You know how it works. Each team begins with 100 points. 10 up for a right answer, 10 down for a wrong answer. Contestants in the studio don't see what you do on the screens at home. Let's begin. Right in the middle. Although we're at the beginning of the game, this category is all about things in the middle. All of your answers must include the word middle. This is the historical period between antiquity and Sherwood.
Middle Ages?
Yeah. You'll find this music note on the first line below Sherwood. Middle C is right. Should Sherwood answer that?
Middle C?
That's it. It's Middle C. This is the fictional home of the hobbits, Sherwood.
Middle Earth?
That's right. You find the stapes and the malleus in this Sherwood.
Middle Ear?
It's Middle Ear. This is the term for the slave trade route between Africa. Paint branch.
The Mid-Atlantic?
No, Middle Passage. This is the classification for a boxer who's between 147. Paint branch.
Middleweight.
Middleweight is it. This is the language associated with Chaucer. Paint
Middle
branch.
English.
Yeah, it's Middle English. And this educational institution usually consists of Sherwood.
Middle School?
Middle school is right. And that's the end of the round.
It's Academic with Hillary Howard. Now in its 57th season. And for 50 years, proudly sponsored by Giant.
Let's get a little bit rowdy, R-O-W-D-Y. Let's get a little bit rowdy, R-O-W-D-Y. Let's get a little bit rowdy, R-O-W-D-Y.
Yeah, let's get rowdy for the Sherwood High School cheerleaders. Hello, everybody. Welcome to It's Academic. So good to see you here on this Saturday morning. It is time to meet the teams, and we begin with Sherwood High School from Sandy Spring, Maryland. Zachary, how are you?
Hello.
Hi.
I'm 17 and I'm in 11th grade.
All right, Marissa.
Hi, I'm 17 and I'm a senior.
Okay, Brendan.
Hi, I'm 17 and I'm a senior.
All right, guys, here we go. Your questions are worth 20 points, nothing off for a wrong answer. Wear ninja pants. Ninja pants may be fashionable, maybe, but if you look carefully, you can find here the hidden name of what Asian country where ninjas originated.
Japan?
Yes. Word shoe. Rearrange the letters in these words, and you'll name what forest that was home to Robin Hood and his men.
Sherwood?
Sherwood. Thick blank is a gift from God. To complete this remark by a German statesman, place in the blank space. What common synonym for epidermis?
Skin.
Skin?
It is skin. Not heavy, illumination. What same one syllable word fits both of these definitions?
Light?
Light is right. Nobody would ever wish to pass a whole day there. A son of John Quincy Adams wrote these unkind words about what capital city of New York State?
Albany?
It's Albany, Sherwood with 250 points. From Burtonsville, Maryland, Paint Branch High School. How you doing, Alex?
Good. My name is Alexander Moscow. I'm a 16-year-old junior, and I would like to thank our coaches and fans for supporting us no matter what.
Wonderful. Patrick, tell us about yourself.
My name is Patrick Gomez. I'm an 18-year-old senior, and I'd like to thank Dr. Eber, our principal, Mr. Hernandez, my grade administrator, and everybody alongside the administrator staff for supporting us.
All righty. And Reem, hiya.
Hi, my name is Reem, and I'm a 15-year-old sophomore, and I'd like to thank our cheerleaders and band for coming out and supporting us.
And the band sounds good. Everyone will hear from them in a little while. The local psychic. Perhaps a psychic can help you locate in this phrase the name of what mountain range that runs through Switzerland.
The Alps.
The Alps is it. Woo, first, ape. It would certainly be a good idea to rearrange these letters to name what famous leaning tourist attraction in Italy.
Pizza. The Tower of Pizza.
Well, it's the Tower of Pisa. Is that okay? Yes? Okay. The locomotive which pulls the rest of blank. To complete this phrase about the city of Sao Paulo, add what largest South American country where Sao Paulo is the largest city?
Brazil.
You've got it. To strike repeatedly, 16 ounces. What same word fits both these definitions?
Pound.
Pound is right. It's almost impossible to build a house without a view. This was the view of one writer regarding the beauty of what largest city in Washington state?
Seattle.
It is Seattle. Nice job, Paint Branch. 210 points. From Washington, D.C.'s Woodrow Wilson High School, Hannah Gage, tell us about yourself.
Hey, I'm 15, sophomore. I'd like to thank our alternative, Jesus, and our other teammates, Alex and Shayna.
All righty. Jake, hi.
Hi, I'm Jake. I'm a 16-year-old senior from Wilson High School, and I want to thank our coach, Mr. Singer.
And Oscar.
Hi, I'm Oscar. I'm a junior, and I'd like to thank all our friends and family for coming out today.
All right, guys. Learn old songs. See if you can find here the last name of what American general who turned traitor during the Revolutionary War.
Benedict Arnold. Arnold?
Yeah. Hi, Mule. You can say hi to 20 points if you rearrange these letters to name what element that is the second lightest gas.
Helium?
Yes. We consult no common oracle but thee. You can complete this statement by a 19th century congressman by adding what basic document that provides the framework of the U.S. government?
The Constitution?
It is the Constitution. Baseball equipment, a flying mammal. What same short word fits both these definitions?
A bat?
Bat is it. Most of us are thermometers who simply register society. This was the observation of what civil rights leader who tried to change society with his I Have a Dream speech?
Martin Luther King, Jr.?
Yes, it was. Woodrow Wilson, 200 points. That's the end of the round. We'll be right back.
Your daughter wants to stay organic. Your husband wants to stay free from artificial ingredients. You want to stay free from artificial preservatives, and your debit card wants to stay on a diet. Fill your cart with small victories like Giant's Nature's Promise brand. Great prices on over 1,300 items. Eat well for less, only at My Giant. Save this week on bags of Nature's Promise organic apples, $4.99 each, and on strawberries or blackberries, 2 for $4, only at My Giant.
The Harlem Globetrotters. This is what it feels like when an amazing moment becomes an unforgettable memory.
Playing 3 games at Capital One Arena and Eagle Bank Arena March 17th and 18th. Tickets at Ticketmaster.
Go behind the scenes at the Globes with your first look Hollywood's Golden Night.
With this dress, you are red carpet ready.
Fierce fashion trends, winter predictions, and see what's cooking for the stars. Countdown to the Globes with Seth Meyers tonight after SNL on NBC4.
Love that trombone. That is the Paint Branch Jazz Band. Sounding really good, guys. Yay. It is time for the Picture Perfect round, but before we begin, I want to let you know that these contestants will receive tickets to Sheer Madness, now in its 30th year at the Kennedy Center. Join the audience to match wits with the suspects and catch the killer in this popular comedy. See why one critic said, "It's the most fun I ever had at the Kennedy Center." And while they're at the theater, please check out our Facebook page and like us. All right, let's recap the scores before we dive into the Picture Perfect round. Sherwood, 250. Paint Branch, 210. Wilson, 200 points. All right, in this round, questions are worth 20 points, up or down. Here we go. This statue of the Indian chief Massasoit is in the Massachusetts town that shares its name with what rock were the Pilgrims, Wilson?
Plymouth.
Yeah. According to legend, the son of Solomon and the Queen of Sheba founded what African country whose modern capital, Paint Branch?
Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Ethiopia.
In Ethiopia, that's it. This red seat marks the spot. Sherwood.
Ted Williams.
No, Fenway Park, but that was part of the question. 10 million equals 10 to what power? Sherwood.
7.
Yes. This carving shows a man with a withered leg, which doctors think may have been caused by what disease for which Salk and Sabin paintbrush?
Muscular atrophy.
Yeah, that's it. Now meet Tamit, the lion-headed goddess worshipped in what ancient city-state that fought Rome in the Punic Wars? Wilson.
Egypt.
No, Carthage is what we're looking for. Electric motors, electric generators, hygrometers. Choice. Machines that convert mechanical energy into electrical energy are Sherwood.
Electric generators.
Answer?
Electric generators.
That's it. Here the artist pictured vacationers at Trouville, a town located on what strip of water that separates France from Great Britain? Paint
English
Branch.
Channel.
It is the English Channel, and that's the end of the round.
It's dangerously cold out there.
10 to 15 degrees below zero.
And News 4 has you covered.
Frigid all the way through the end of the weekend. Stay with us on air and on our app. We're in weather alert mode, keeping you safe through this brutal stretch of winter and working for you.
If you've been talking about remodeling your kitchen, now is the best time to get started while the memory of the holidays is fresh in mind. Make a list of what worked and didn't work in your old kitchen and bring it to Cabinet Discounters, where experienced designers will help you create an exciting layout for your new kitchen. Get some great ideas at CabinetDiscounters.com in the photo gallery. Then call for a free consultation. That's CabinetDiscounters.com.
Cabinet Discounters. Great quality, great price.
At Rallies and Checkers, get a win before the game even starts, because the 4 for $4 comes with a new Fry Lovers Burger with fries, pie, and a drink. Beats overpriced stadium food. The 4 for $4 deal with your choice of 4 sandwiches. Rallies and Checkers. Fast foodies know the deal.
Before we meet the coaches and faculty that prepare these students for competition, one adjustment to the score. Paint Branch is 230 because I misheard an answer that was supposed to be polio. But here we go. Let's meet the folks who get these contestants ready. First, from Sherwood High School, Marissa, who's with you today?
We have one of our co-coaches, Mr. Allen, an AP Gov teacher, our principal, Mr. Gregory, and our other co-coach, Mr. King, also an AP Gov teacher.
Great to see you guys. From Paint Branch, Patrick, the gentleman behind you.
Yes, to my left, I have Mr. Fantagrassi. He's our coach and an AP calculus teacher, yes. And to my right, I have Mr. Hernandez, who's an administrator.
Very good to see you guys. And from Wilson, Jake, who's behind you?
This is our coach, Mr. Singer. He's a math teacher.
All right, Mr. Singer, good to see you. Okay, it's the part of the competition where we have these packets, and Sherwood will answer questions from one of them. Paint Branch gets to decide which packet it will be.
2.
Paint Branch.
2.
2. There are 8 questions in this fine packet, and if you get all of them right, a 25-point bonus, which I'm sure you know. Here we go. The word mussel derives from a Latin word for what little rodent, such as E.B. White's Stuart Little?
Mouse?
Mouse is right. When It's Academic first went on the air in 1961, the United Nations had how many member countries, equaling the number of weeks in 2 years?
104.
That's right. The mythical Atalanta lost a foot race when she stopped to pick up what same golden fruit that Paris awarded Aphrodite in a beauty contest?
Apple.
Yeah, here's your science question. Which of these objects possesses purely kinetic energy?
Arrow in flight.
That's right. A house in East Adams, Massachusetts, at the intersection of East Road and East Street, was the birthplace of what suffragette whose initials are SBA?
Susan B. Anthony.
Yes. Robert Louis Stevenson claimed that it was during a dream he envisioned the plot of his story about Dr. Jekyll and what evil alter ego?
Mr. Hyde.
Mr. Hyde, yes. Math question. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as an integer.
18.
18 is right. Keep cool. Anger is not an argument. It's a pretty cool quote from what 19th century Massachusetts senator who argued effectively for the Compromise of 1850?
Clay.
No, Daniel Webster. But great job, Sherwood. 410 points. Okay, Paint Branch, your turn. Wilson, packet 1 or 3?
3.
3. When Columbus visited the New World, he first learned about what broad-leafed plant that provided nicotine.
Banana. Tobacco. Yeah.
Tobacco, that's right. Printed in Latin, a 15th century Bible is named for what German man who was the first European to use movable type?
Gutenberg.
Gutenberg is it. According to one study, it was epilepsy that killed what ancient Egyptian king whose tomb was discovered in 1922?
King Tut.
Yes, science question. You might find all of these in a laboratory, but which one is the most commonly used for growing bacteria?
Petri dish.
Yeah, that's it. Portugal led the 15th century search for an all-water route to Asia, thanks to the leadership of what prince known as the Navigator?
Henry.
It is Henry. Washington Irving used what literary device involving repeated letters or sounds when he referred to the Headless Horseman as the Hessian of the Hollow?
Alliteration.
Yes. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression.
404.
You're right. Although Hoover Dam is better known, Arizona has a giant dam named for what 30th president who immediately preceded Hoover?
Clay.
No, it was Coolidge. Very nice, though. Paint Branch, 370 points. Packet number 1. There it goes. Packet number 1 for Wilson. One of the first oil shortages occurred in 1957 as a result of the temporary closing of what Mideast canal?
The Suez Canal?
Correct. After D-Day in 1944, one project to supply Allied troops was codenamed for what former planet named for the Roman god of the underworld?
Pluto?
Yeah. What 1894 federal tax was unkindly referred to as socialism, communism, and devilism, and was unconstitutional until the passage of the 16th Amendment?
The whiskey tax?
No, the income tax. Here's your science question. The part of the air that varies most in its partial pressure from day to day is which of these?
Water vapor?
That's right. If you sailed through the Straits of Messina, you'd pass between the toe of Italy and what largest Italian island?
Venice?
No, Sicily. A book titled Catching Fire was a hot item among fans of what trilogy by Suzanne Collins?
The Hunger Games?
Yeah, here's your math question. Please perform the indicated operation.
That would be 80?
Nope, it's 8. 80, you're right, it's 80. Yes, sorry about that. 2 biographies of George Washington were written by what 4th Chief Justice who served in that post longer than anyone else?
Marshall?
Great job, Wilson, with 320 points. That's the end of the round.
Find your happy place. For $1 down and then $10 a month, the Judgement Free Zone is where you belong. $1 down and then $10 a month. $1 down and then $10 a month. Offer ends January 10th. Because everyone can use a little love. The world judges. We don't. Join now in club or online at planetfitness.com. Offer ends January 10th. Planet Fitness. Be free.
If you've been injured, spoiler alert. Here's what can happen if you trust the insurance company. They make you sign something. Now you're going to get a whole lot less than you should. Then you're going to get a medical bill, and another, and another, and by then the insurance company is long gone, and it's too late. Don't let this happen to you. When injuries change your life, call the lawyers that care. Call Chase and Boscolo, 1-800-728-5898.
home should get ready for another year of Giant's A-plus School Rewards program. You can earn points and help local schools every time you use your Giant card. Thanks to you, Giant has been able to award over $96 million to thousands of schools since 1989 and has already committed $2 million to this year's program. Signing up for your Giant card is easy. Simply go to giantfood.com or stop by the Customer Solutions Center at any Giant store. Experience the magic of A-plus school rewards each time you shop and help your local schools. Yeah, those are the cheerleaders from Paint Branch High School. All right, everybody, it's time for the grab bag round. Anything can happen. Questions are worth 20 points up or down, 30 points for the visual questions. And the first question. A postage stamp honoring the artist Edward Hopper shows his painting of a sailboat along the coast of what Massachusetts cape? Sherwood.
Cape Cod.
That's it. Nobody likes a lycanthrope. The technical name for what legendary creature? Paintbrand.
Werewolf.
Werewolf is it. Rising to a height of over 19,000 feet, Africa's highest mountain, Sherwood.
Kilimanjaro.
Yes. On your screens for 30 points. This bird makes its home on what Atlantic islands? The subject of a 1980 paintbrand.
Falklands.
Falklands is right. What woman was only 29 years old when her play, A Raisin in the Sun, became a hit on Broadway? The answer is Lorraine Hansberry. Choice. As the atomic weight of the halogen elements increases, should their chemical reactivity increase, decrease, or remain the same? Paintbrand.
Increase.
Pardon me?
They should decrease.
Yes, that's right. That's right. If a ship charted its position as latitude 0, it would be somewhere along what imaginary line?
The equator.
The equator is right. Wilson, on your screens for 30 points. Nobody was ever meant to remember or invent what he did with every cent. This little rhyme comes from what American poet whose longer works include Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening? Woodrow Wilson.
Frost.
Frost is right. At the time the city of Denver was named in his honor, James Denver was serving as governor of what neighboring territory described as bleeding? Sherwood.
Kansas.
Kansas is right. The Making of a Revolutionary is a biography of what American colonial figure who later became?
Washington.
Nope, John Jay, our first Chief Justice. How many degrees are there in an acute angle with a tangent of 1? Sherwood.
45.
That's right. On your screens for 30 points. This is a poster advertising the New York Central Railroad, which was controlled by what tycoon for whom a university? Sherwood.
Vanderbilt.
It was Vanderbilt. Ornithologists are concerned that the railbird is becoming extinct on what G-initialed Pacific Island, a U.S. territory since? Sherwood.
Guam.
Guam is right. Northrop's P-61 aircraft, the first plane designed to use radar, had what two-word name that identifies a type?
Blackbird.
Nope, Black Widow. Close. If Lewis Carroll's Mad Hatter had held his tea party at Cape Hatteras, he'd have moved from Wonderland to what southern state?
Georgia.
Wilson, no, it's North Carolina. The title of an early story by humorist James Thurber names what 1895 discovery by scientist Wilhelm Röntgen? Sherwood.
X-ray?
Yeah, it is X-rays, although it sounds like a word meaning two photographic devices. What term actually describes a two-house legislature? Sherwood.
What?
Bicameral.
Bicameral?
It's bicameral, yes. To celebrate the opening of the Suez... That's the end of the game.
Your daughter wants to stay organic. Your husband wants to stay free from artificial ingredients. You want to stay free from artificial preservatives, and your debit card wants to stay on a diet. Fill your cart with small victories like Giant's Nature's Promise brand. Great prices on over 1,300 items. Eat well for less, only at My Giant. Save this week on bags of Nature's Promise organic apples $4.99 each, and on strawberries or blackberries 2 for $4, only at My Giant.
It's time for Sleep Number's lowest prices of the season on the only bed that adjusts on both sides to your ideal comfort, your Sleep Number setting. Does your bed do that? Right now, our Queen C4 mattress is now $11.99. Save $400. And soon. Visit sleepnumber.com for a store near you.
The bus was speeding and it hit a pothole or speed bump, and that last bump threw her up. My name is Katrina, and my mom was seriously hurt in an accident. Her tailbone, her pelvis, her hip, everything was broke. The Cochran Firm did a lot for us. I had a wonderful experience with them handling everything. Cochran Firm helped my family, they can help your family.
Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. But after an electrical fire from faulty wiring, Mary's vintage clothing and designer shoe collection were ruined. Luckily, the GEICO insurance agency had recently helped Mary with renter's insurance, and she got a totally fab replacement wardrobe at Bloomingdale's. Mary was inspired to start her own fashion line, exclusively for little lambs. Visit geico.com and see how affordable renter's insurance can be.
Let Kolbe Electric repair or replace your ceiling fans, outlets, switches, light fixtures, or circuit breakers. Call Kolbe Electric today for all your electrical needs. Now through Wednesday, get $50 off your first service call.
Keeping our lights bright, Kolbe Electric.
The scores are now official. We begin with Wilson High School from D.C. Oscar, Jake, and Hannah Gage, 350 points. From Burtonsville, Maryland, Reem, Patrick, and Alex with 400 points. And coming back for the playoffs, Sherwood High School from Sandy Spring, Maryland, Brennan, Marissa, and Zachary with 580 points. Make sure you join us next week when we have Holton Arms, Bishop Ireton, and West Springfield. Until then, I'm Hillary Howard. So glad you were with us. Everyone come on down and Paint Branch Jazz Band, take us out.